Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Prepare Your Brand for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We are very excited to kick off with our session today, and the goal is to start with a general overview of what is Yext, why it's important to be present on digital platforms, and we will guide you through some concrete example best practices of how to improve your digital presence during this busy time of the year. So, quick information before we start. During this webinar, your microphone will be muted, but you can use, and we highly encourage to use the Q&A button at the end of the screen. You would see a bar with a question mark, so you can submit your question there. If you have any specific question related to your account, we highly recommend you to contact our support. So we will provide you with all the information needed at the end of the session, so no worries about that. And for those who already attended this webinar, you know that we like this webinar to be a bit interactive. So we will launch a few quizzes and polls just to know you a bit better and to make this interaction. And last thing that I wanted to call out, we have a survey at the end of this webinar. It's literally 4 questions with some topics related to, of course, Yext. So you just need to tick the topics you want us to cover during the next webinar. So I think we are ready. Before we start, let me present myself. My name is Martina. I'm Italian and I'm based in London. I'm part of the training and education team. And my role is all about creating content, webinar, training session for all our customers around the world and in different languages. And to get the most out of Yext and to be supported. And with me today, I have Alice, my colleague.
Thank you, Martina. Hi, everyone. I'm Alice. I'm part of the concierge service team here at Yext. I'm French, but based in Berlin, and I work with Martina to ensure that all of our customers can make the most out of Yext using the platform. And I guide these kind of webinars where I gave also best practices and advice for everyone. Very happy to be happy with you today. For this webinar. So I will show you what we will cover today. So first, we will look at how to update and confirm your business hours. It's really critical that you have accurate hours for this busy period of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So we're going to show you how to make sure everything is updated and consistent. We will then show you how to use scheduled updates in order for you to publish and remove change and plan ahead and avoid any last minute changes during this busy period. We will then explore how to drive sales with limited time offer and local posts. It's very important that you work on this moment that is really driven by urgency. So you really want to convert search into real transactions. So we're going to show you how to do that. And finally, we will introduce you to our holiday optimization playbook and roadmap, so you know exactly what to update at what time, so you can really stay on track during this period. So as Martina said, we have a couple polls for you. So you should see on your screen now the question: have you used Yext before to optimize your digital presence, specifically for Black Friday? So this is for us to get to know you a bit better and to know our audience. And I see that a lot of you are already voting. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna wait 2 more seconds and I will end the poll and share with you the results. Okay, so most of you haven't, some of you have, so it's great because we're going to be able now to I'm going to reintroduce you or introduce you to the Yext platform. So it's you will learn something or you will get a refresher. So for everyone, it's gonna be good. So the goal of the Yext platform as a whole is to collect your data, to organize it in a way that search engine and AI can understand it, and then it's to deliver it to the customers so they can really find information about your brand everywhere they're looking online. So how does it work? It has 3 phases, 3 main phases. So the first phase is the phase of collect. Here, you're going to identify which information is important for your customer to know about your brand. So it can be your location, your hours, your URL, your description. So you really have to identify this information. Second, you're going to organize it. So at Yext, we use the knowledge graph that is kind of the central database we use for you to structure and organize your data. So here, the knowledge graph is really going to help you make the data available and compatible for every search engine and AI platform and other. And so once this is structured and organized, you're going to Yext is going to help you deliver this information across these publishers that I was mentioning. Yext works with a network of around 200 publishers. So as I said, search engine, AI platforms such as ChatGPT, Perplexity, but also AI voice assistants. It can be Alexa, Siri. It can also be social media. We also work with some localized search engines such as Mappy for France, Pagineggiale for Italy, but also some specific to some industry, for example, open table. So we really have a very, very large network, and this really helps that customer will find your brand anywhere they look for it. So I would say the benefits of Yext is that you only have to make your updates and add your information in one platform. You don't have to manually do updates everywhere. So it's really saving time. And to come back to the Black Friday and Cyber Monday time, so the highest priority, and as I said, it's very crucial that your holiday hours and your hours are accurate and up to date. During this period, your opening hours might be extended. You might start earlier, you might close later. So you really want to make sure customer know about these hours. And it's very important that you make these changes as soon as possible. So we recommend that you amend these hours at least 2 weeks in advance. This is just because some publishers, especially Google, can have some longer processing time. So you don't want you don't want customer to miss out about a promotion. You don't want to arrive at your location and the location to be closed. So you really want to make sure the information customer get is accurate and up to date. So how do you do that? I mentioned previously the knowledge graph. So the knowledge graph is really the source of truth, the central database where you're going to add all of your information in Yext. We have three dedicated fields in the knowledge graph that are related to the hours. So the first one is the regular hours. So this is standard opening time, day-to-day opening time. I would say the standard. Then you have the holiday hours. Here it can be for temporary adjustments to the regular hours, for example, for special occasion events or this kind of a special occasion. You also have the third one is the additional hours text. So here I will give you a very clear example. It's a short note that will go along your hours. So here you want to add, for example, extended hours for Black Friday. This field, just as a little clarification, it doesn't appear on Google, but it appears and it's supported on many other publishers, Apple, City Square, Go Yellow, and other. I will share with you right now in the chat. Thank you, Martin. I think you've just sent it. This is the Yext page where you can verify which publisher can support this field. So it's very important to know where it can appear. And I also want to let you know that so this update you can make them manually in the knowledge graph. You can make them through filters or in bulk via spreadsheets. Martina will show you in the live demo how to do this concretely. And I would also like to add that even if your hours are not changing, you might be open for Black Friday on your regular hours. It's very important that you reconfirm them because you really want to make sure customer and search engine know that these regular hours are accurate and trustworthy for Black Friday. So we have another poll for you. As Martina said, if you have joined our webinars previously, you know that we like to get to know our audience. And I would like to ask you, what industry does your brand belong to? So you have different options, and you are all very quick to vote. That's great. Okay, I will share with you the results. So most of you are in the retail industry. some of you are in the hospitality and some are in the other industry. Feel free to let us know what industry you are in. For those who replied other, it could be interesting for us to know. I will stop sharing this, and now it's actually great that many people of you are in the retail industry, because Martina and I are going to show you some practical step based on every industry on how to really get ready and be optimized for the Black Friday and Cyber Monday period.
Exactly, Alice. What we're going to do in the next slide, we basically divided into industries, and we wanted to provide you with some concrete example on few main areas and focus area. So first of all, we're going to be focused on the hours. Alice told you right now that it's really essential and crucial that you always provide with accurate hours. But also we will provide you with some concrete example of social posts, how you can use some keywords to boost your discoverability during this busy time of the year. So you will see some common topics, but also you will see some more specified topic related to your industry. So let's start with the retail industry. It's very likely that during this time of the year, your store is open with the longer hours. So you can open earlier or you can close the store later. So it's really essential that you provide your customer with this information. And if you have any new services or any amenities that is specific for this time of the year, we highly recommend to make it very clear. You can use the additional hour text field, for example. We will show you how to change it manually. You can provide some information related if you have any gift cards available, if you have additional opening hours, but also click and collect options that are different from usual. Also, during your this time of the year, you can definitely schedule your local post, and it's essential to drive this urgency, and make your promotion visible at the right time. So, scheduling in advance is definitely essential for your brand. You can use some keywords or some example to drive urgency. Sorry, like limited stock or call to action specifically, some countdowns, buy online and pick up in store. So really make it clear in your local post. And if you want to optimize your listing, we highly recommend to use seasonal keywords. This is the case of the retail, but also for the other industry. You can use Black Friday, of course, as a keyword, but you can use tech deals if you work in tech, electronics. We have other example like gift bundles and other type of deals. And I'll hand over to you, Alice, with the hospitality.
Yes, thank you, Martina. So, as Martina just said, there are some very common focus area. For the hospitality industry, your hours might not change. You might be open as usual, but here you really want to focus on informing guests what's included in their stay, and you want to encourage early bookings. So here you might want to, for example, focus on the services you are offering. Sorry, so you might offer a shuttle from your hotel to the mall. You might offer late checkout for the Black Friday weekend. So you really want to show guests what is included and what they can benefit during their stay. Second, you have here as well, we really and highly recommend you schedule your promotion and local post. As Martina said, you want to really drive urgency and automate the promotion so you don't have to work on last minute changes during this period. Here you want to focus on seasonal deals. So that could be Black Friday weekend. It can be a package shop and stay weekend. It can be maybe a Black Friday bundle, winter offer. So you really want to focus on this. I would like to just add that these promotional offers are not allowed on Google. So it's a rule from Google, but they work very, very well across every other publisher. And finally, you also want to improve your visibility. So as Martina say, really work on temporary and seasonal keywords. You really want to highlight that. So it can be Black Friday hotel deal or a holiday getaway, this kind of really seasonal and temporary and local keywords.
And it's very similar for the food services industry. So the focus here it's make sure and make clear that if you are open or if you have a special menu, special offer, you provide this information to your customer. We wanted to call out here specifically that, of course, if you have promote limited time offer, such as buy one and get one for free, or for example, spend an amount of money and you get a dessert for free, and specifically for the food services industry, if you have optimized menu, we highly recommend here to use this occasion to promote them. So to make them available in the knowledge graph first and then to promote them through a local post. You can create some bundles, Friday weekend menus or long week menus, so specifically for this time of the year.
Now moving on to the finance and banking. So if you're in this industry, it's really a good moment for you to highlight the convenience, reward, and security. So alongside updating your hours and amenities. So if you have the extended customer support hour, if there is maybe an online chat support, especially for Black Friday, you really want to highlight it and let your customer know about it. You can also really focus on that in your scheduled promotion and local post. You may offer rewards, you may offer a special cashback offer, maybe some welcome bonus. So really work on these timely financial incentives. You also want to highlight the digital convenience of your industry and of your brand. So that could be to really encourage customer using your app or maybe an online account. You could surface messages, for example, paying 4 times without fees or open your account online, ready to use in minutes. So really want to work on this digital convenience. Also, it's a really good moment. I would say it's a good and bad moment because Black Friday and Cyber Monday can see a rise of frauds and phishing, unfortunately. So it can be a good moment to really work on educating your customers to prevent scams. So here you want to work on FAQs or maybe educational content. So, for example, how to stay safe during when you shop online, or how to prevent scam and fraud. You really want to educate your customer to protect them eventually. And Martina is going to continue with this.
Exactly. For the insurance industry, is very similar to the finance and banking. So we highly recommend to provide any emergency contact or support available for long weekends. And if you have some offerings such as, parcel thief protection or packages thief protection, purchase protection, or imagine in this time of the year, people are more used to buy and consume. So in this case, people are buying holidays or any type of goods. So you want to provide eventually purchase protection or holiday trips protection. And as Ali mentioned, I think it's really important to educate your customer in this industry as well. So to prevent any type of scam and yeah, to encourage safe payment with some tips, some best recommendation. It's now time for our live demo, so we're gonna go into more details. So let me open my dashboard and you should see it right now. What we're gonna do today, we will start with the first main topic of today, which is changing your holiday hours specifically. And we will show you how to do so in 3 methods. The first one is manually going one by one for each location and changing the holiday hours for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. The second one is using a filter to change information for multiple locations. And the third one is using a spreadsheet file, so doing an export and an import for yeah, in the knowledge graph. So let's start with the first method, which is the manual one. Every time you want to change information, you only need to go into the knowledge graph. You click on the entities and you select your entities. In my case, I'm part of the I have a restaurant, so let me open my entities. And you will see here some fields. Fields are the information that you provided to your customer. We want to scroll down to the business details, and as Alice mentioned previously, we have the hours, which are the regular opening time, so the one you normally you provide every time of the year. And then you have a dedicated session for holiday hours. And then it's exactly here that I need to add my hours for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So you have few options. Let's say that I want to select Friday, so the 28th, which is Black Friday. Clicking on the drop-down menu, you have multiple options. The first one is open, which it means you can input your opening hours for that day. You can select split, which it means that you have two frame, let's say two time frame during the day with the break in between. You have 24 hours, which means that your store is open. In this case, your restaurant is open for 24 hours. Closed, which I doubt it will be closed for Black Friday, but in case you can use this feature. And regular hours. Regular hours means that during that day, your hours are not changing, but it's good to provide this information, as Alice mentioned previously, because the publisher needs to know this information in order to provide the correct answer to your potential customer and end user. In this case, I want my store to be open from 6 till, let's say, till 10 p.m. So let's make p.m. and I click on save. The feature, the holiday hour feature is really useful because you can input up to 100 holiday hours. So if you know in advance, we highly recommend to input all the holiday hours you know for the future. So this was the first method. The second method I wanted to show you is how to change the holiday hours for a multiple location, selecting those one. So I'm taking an example of an ice cream shop. And as you can see, I use the filter bar to filter to all my location that which name is Danny's Ice Cream Shop. I'm clicking on the tick box, so I'm ticking all my location, and then clicking on more action. And more action, I have edit, so I'm clicking here, and the page refresh. And as you can see, I can apply a different holiday hour. As you can see here, there's already an input for December where these locations are closed for that day. So what I wanted to do is I will add another one, which is for Black Friday. So the 28th. And I wanted to select that I'm using regular hour during that day for 5 locations. So as you can see, if I say for my 5 profiles, it's very easy. It's super quick. I'm saving a lot of time. And instead of doing manually for each location, I can do it with this filter. And the last thing, the last methods we wanted to show you is doing via a spreadsheet. So what we're going to do now, we are selecting the same entities. So let's do the same exercise of filtering down. I select my entities, and instead of clicking on edit, my first step is to click on export entities. This will allow me to basically create a spreadsheet starting from the knowledge graph instead of creating a new one by myself. It's way more, I would say it's really easy. So let's follow the procedure. Here we change the format of this file from CSV to Excel. I select on save, and we recommend this practice just because we want to prevent any blank space or any commas error. In Europe, we use Excel, and it's very useful. So I click on continue, and what the system does, it basically asks me which type of field I want to have in my spreadsheet, so in my file. And the fields, remember, are the information I want to provide. So I will select the name, the address, and I will select only line 1, which is the address, the city, and the postal code. And then in this specific case, I want to select the hours, and I will select the holiday hours or hours as well. In this case, let's select the holiday hours. Let's do, and I click on continue. And the system will export a file starting from the input that I just provided to the knowledge graph. So you should see my screen. And if I zoom a bit, you see that in the first row, I have exactly the information I asked the system to provide me in the spreadsheet. So asks for the name, the city, the postal code, and the holiday hours. We are showing you this procedure because very often we have user contacting us saying that they have few errors in their spreadsheet and the system cannot recognize their the spreadsheet. So the reason behind it is really to show you that if you start with exporting your data from the knowledge graph, the system already created a spreadsheet for you. You just need to fill the information and you know how to format the information correctly. So in this case, remember, we want to provide, we want to make available for the 28th, so for our Black Friday, we want to change the holiday hours for our location and we want to change them differently. So for example, this shop will open earlier at 8. This shop will open later. This shop will close later, for example, at 8 p.m. This one at 9 p.m. And this one will open very late at, let's say at 11. So you see, I am changing the hours differently from different location. And as you can see, the system recognizes as well that I've already put in an holiday hour, which it was for Christmas. And for this case, Christmas, the shop is closed. So the X, it's for saying that it's closed. And then what I'm doing here, you can either save this file as a new file to save previous data, or you can save it, as a, you can save it as a new file or as an old file. So in this case, I'm saving as the new file and I'm not creating a new one. And that, let's go back to the knowledge graph, the configuration tab. And here you have data file uploads. I will upload my file that I just created with you. And I select on continue. And what the system does, there are a few steps where first step is the configuration step, where basically we need to be sure that we are mapping correctly the information, which it means that in the knowledge graph, the information are mapped into field. We need to be sure that the system recognizes the correct field in the spreadsheet and compared to the knowledge graph. So as you can see, in my case, they are already mapped correctly, but it could be that the system doesn't recognize the way you formatted your data. And you will see here, instead of a white tag, you see a blue one. And you can just select, for example, in this case, it's the name. You select the way you want the information to be mapped, and you click on continue. The system analyzes again the file, and if it recognizes some errors, it will help you to fix the error in directly from this dashboard. You can either correct them here, or you can correct them in your spreadsheet and upload again your new spreadsheet with the correct information. If you don't have any error, which is in this case, it should be the case, there's a final stage, which is the review changes, where basically we're asking you if the changes you are making you are aware of the changes you are making, and you just double check you are doing the correct changes. So in this case, the system tells us that there are zero new entities, which is true because we are just changing some previous and existing one. We are updating 5 entities, which is true, and specifically my holiday hours. There are 0 unchanged entities, which is true because I've changed 5 of them. And there are 1,105 entities, missing entities, which means I haven't touched them. I just changed 5 of them. And I submit the change. And the system basically do a quick recap and a summary of the information. You'll see this bar loading. No worries if it can take a bit of time. It's normal. And if it takes too long, I highly recommend to refresh your page. But it should be good in few second minutes in this case. And as you can see, it's completed. If I click on done, I know that for all these entities, I have different opening hours for Black Friday. So second best practice we wanted to show you is it's a scheduling update. So for this specific case, we will take my locations, which is always the ice cream shop. I select all of them, I click on more action, and I click on edit. On the right-hand side, I have a dedicated section for schedule updates, and it's here I need to click on add an update. And I want this update to make it to be available starting from the 28th, so the day of Black Friday, from 12 a.m. And here you can select the time zone. So if you want your update to be available starting from 12 a.m., depending on the local time zone, you just leave it on relative. If your location are all in one place and you want to be more specific, you can browse your time zone and select the correct one. In my case, I want to be relative, so I click on create. And now I can start with my changes, which is I want to change the additional hour text. Remember, we mentioned it. So in my case, I want to provide my customer with the information that I have extended weekend hour for Black Friday, for example. You can really use the information you want to provide. And I schedule the update for my 5 profiles. So the information will be available starting from the from February. Sorry, from the 28th of November. I don't know why I mentioned February. But here you can say to the system if you want to revert back to the original content, which means that if you want your additional hour text to be live and visible every day starting from the Black Friday day and on, you can leave it and you don't revert back to the original content. If you want to, of course, delete this message, instead of doing it manually, you just select that you want to schedule a revert back on. And I wanted to, for example, the 1st of December, I want this update to be, let's say on 11:59 p.m. So at the end of Monday, my content won't be displayed again. And I schedule the river. As you can see, I cannot select a new time zone. So because I previously selected relative time zone, and I schedule my riverback content. So we highly recommend to use this feature for any type of changes that you want to use for your in your fields. For example, if you have a new URL menu, or if you have different information for a different location, you can use these schedule updates. And the last one that we want to show you is social posts. But previously, before moving on, we have a quiz for you, which is if you manage multiple locations that all have different opening hours for Black Friday, what's the best update methods? Manual edits one by one, filter plus edit multiple entities, bulk upload via spreadsheet, ask each location manager to update manually. So which is the best methods? We showed you 3 methods, and one of these 3 is the best to save a lot of time and to be sure that you are changing your information. A lot of you already voted, so I think we can end this poll and show the results. So the correct answer is bulk upload via spreadsheet. It doesn't mean that the other one are not correct. They are. You can definitely use them. It really depends on your necessities. We considered the best update method the bulk upload via spreadsheet just because you can do it for multiple locations at the same time. So really helpful, this one. And we can move on to our social post. So going to the social feature and social solution and post feed, here you can schedule your post. You have 2 different type of posts. So the first one is more promotional content. So you want to promote your offers, your deals. You want to create a clear value on timely offers and urgency. We recommend to use this type of promotional content with as well some lifestyle content that are more engaging for your community, to express gratitude, to provide with some tips, routine, meals recipe, appreciation, and many other. It's very easy how you can schedule your social post. You click on add new post, and here it's where you can select the post to be published either on one location, multiple entities. In my case, I want all the location in this folder, which are 28, I think, to have this post, and I can select the publisher. So you have a list of publisher. Today we select Facebook and Instagram, for example. We provide with the title, and the title, it's not something that your customer will see. It's more for you to remember and to organize your your post. Sorry. So in this case, I will use bundles for hotel and spa. I write my content here, and then I can add my media. So you can either upload a photo or use from your device. You can use the enter URL, or you can use assets. And assets are basically a picture that media that you save in the knowledge graph. I created one which is the Black Friday Hotel Spa. I created another one, for example, for flash sale if you are in the retail industry. Let's use this one today. I click on continue. And then I can either schedule my post for either now or schedule it for the future. So in this case, because we know that it will be a busy time of the year, we highly encourage you to schedule all the posts in advance. So you don't really need to take care of it during those days. So in my case, we are today the 6th. We can schedule it for Saturday, and I click on schedule post. Once again, you can select your time zone. And I schedule my post. You will see here that the status of the post is scheduled. And in this case, it's ineligible just because it's a training account. The information is not real, but in your case, you will have the information available for you. So before we move on to our presentation, we have our final quiz for you, which is the revert back option in schedule updates ensure that, first of all, content stays live permanently. Content automatically returns to the original state once the promotions ends. Your change is deleted from social media, or your password reset. A lot of you already voted. Let's wait a few more seconds. And I think we can end our poll and share the results. And the correct answer is content automatically returns to the original state once the promotion ends. It's really useful for you to do not do manually the changes. It's not, your change is not deleted from social media. It's just that the original state is back again, so it will display again. Thank you all for voting. And I will hand over to you, Ash, with the Help Center.
Thank you, Martina. Yeah, so now I would like to show you our help center. It's really a great place where you can find resources if you're interested in learning more about our platform. We have dedicated sections per solution we offer. We also have a search bar in case you may have a question. So feel free to visit it. You can visit it with the URL help.yext.com. You can also find it in the knowledge graph at the bottom of the left panel. You can access it. We also have a dedicated support, as Martina mentioned at the beginning, so you can reach them at help@yext.com. We really recommend to contact them if you have any questions, maybe specific to your brand, maybe specific to a specific issue that you're encountering. So do not hesitate to contact them. And I also mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, we have put together a holiday playbook and November roadmap. You can access it and download these resources on the bottom of your Zoom screen. You should have a tab called resources. So if you click on resources, you're going to see both documents. Feel free to download them. They will really help you know what to update and when, so you really can stay on track throughout November and December, and you can really plan ahead and anticipate the busy upcoming period. We also have some, so the key takeaway for today, we would like to recap them. So first is related to your business information. You really want to make sure your core details are correct in the knowledge graph. So especially the holiday hours and any seasonal product or maybe offering you may have. So you really want to ensure that there is clear and accurate information online to prevent confusion, and you really want to make sure customers know what to expect. Second is about the engagement and the promotion. So as we've shown you, we encourage you to use schedule update and social posts because you really want to highlight your offers during Cyber Monday or Black Friday. You really want to plan ahead these posts. So you really want to improve your traffic and your conversion through Yext social during this period. And finally, all of this eventually will really improve your digital experience, really make it easier for customer to find what they want, what they need online. So for that, you can use clear keyword, updated product and services. You want to use the right URL. You want to use also temporary and seasonal keywords. So you really want to improve your visibility and help your brand. This will really help your brand show up where shoppers are looking, and it will help them make a decision and increase your conversion. So the next steps, we want to leave you with three action items that you can take to be as efficient as possible during the upcoming period. So the first one is, as Martina showed you, to confirm or update your holiday hours and your hours. So customer need to see accurate information. So this is the first step. The second one is to prepare your posts. So prepare and schedule them because as we say, you really want to plan ahead of time to avoid any last minute rush. And we also encourage you to schedule the updates alongside the post, because here you really want to schedule the updates for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You also want to make sure they will revert back after this time has ended. In terms of the upcoming webinars, so today we're concluding already our session for prepare your brand for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We are going to have the two next sessions are going to be about preparing your holiday hours for the festive season. So we have two sessions, one on the 3rd of December, one on the 10th of December. So feel free to choose whichever works best for your schedule. We are going to add right now the registration link. Thank you, Martina, for sending them. So feel free to register. We really hope to see you during this session. And of course, we will have more sessions and more webinars coming soon in 2026. As we said, we have a survey that you will receive right after. So we encourage you to fill it in so we can really build content and webinars based on what you want, what you need, and we really try to make this webinar as personalized, I would say, based on what you need. And we haven't received any questions, so I think we can conclude here. As we said, if you have any questions later, feel free to contact our support team. They will be happy to help you. On our side, we would like to thank you very much for being with us today, for attending this webinar. As we said, we would really appreciate if you could fill in the very quick survey you will receive after. We will also like to hear your feedback about this session and for the future session we can create. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Martina, for being
Thank
here.
you, Alice. Have a nice day, everyone, and see you maybe in the next
We hope to see you
session.
soon. Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.